I don't know who in the collective this message is for, but I'm going to deliver the message. I'm not going to tell you to take heed to the message, but I will say and ask of you to have an open mind. If you are new to SGL, Spiritual Guiding Light, here in the SGL community, this is a healing space, an awareness space, a place where you get confirmation and as well as understanding. This is a place where you can authentically express how you truly feel inside. This is a safe space where you can show up to fill in a space. That's what's active. It's just showing up. No one's saying you have to meet and greet. No one's saying you have to pay a fee. Just showing up for yourself and for your space and your energy and for me. Trust for my newbies. Trusting can be a very difficult practice. Trusting. And I'm running a little behind. I was getting downloads in my sleep. And sometimes when I get downloads in my sleep, I can literally wake up. But for some reason, this time, it was one of those sleep states where I'm aware that I'm dreaming, and then I wake up, and then I'm back in the dream, and I wake up and I'm back in a dream, knowing that I gotta go to work. But one thing about me is that I'm very obedient to the will of God. I'm not perfect. Okay, I am a work in progress. And when I say in a work in progress, it's just, you know how we condemn ourselves with things that we eternally know that we need to change and we're working on it. That's what I'm talking about. But in pertaining to being obedient to God, I am obedient to his will. The universe's way. I'm still learning the way of the universe. I myself am learning how to trust the universe here on this new route. Okay, this new path that has been given to me. So to my newbies, if you are having a difficult time with trusting, you are not alone. You are not alone. So this is not to force you to say that, oh, this is the moment that, oh, I've done something wrong. This is the moment like, oh, I'm ready to change my mindset. I'm ready to change my life around. I'm ready to put my best foot forward. I'm ready to release what has been putting stress in my body. I'm ready to release the burdens that prevent me from living the quality of life. When you are ready, okay, the doors will always be open. And when the doors are closed, I will announce the doors are closed, you know. This is your independent space. For my newbies who are readers yourself, there's many ways. If you're like, okay, where's my purpose? The cards don't work for me. It will come to you. And when I say it will come to you, it means you have to try different techniques that work, that fit your way of practicing and opening and expanding your intuition, right? You want to do what works for you. For some of you, podcasting works for you. Others of you, actually getting out there in the community, volunteering. Do you get paid for volunteering? Yes, you do. You get paid through your spiritual abundance and your spiritual prosperity. But those are things that you have to be willing, not, oh, I'm going to go volunteer because I'm going to get this out of it. You may get something, but it doesn't feel like it would be a full exchange transaction, a clear process transaction. But I'm not telling anyone, but that's something to keep you active, right? For those of you who, are having communication discrepancies, the awareness is the good part, right? No one's to blame. Let's just make this good errors. I love to say good errors because it motivates you to want to put in the work and the effort, because we want connections. Okay? I know some of you, right? You're like, no, I like my alone space. And that is fine. Okay? This is you truly, authentically knowing thyself, knowing your wants, your needs, so that when we have those moments of unexpectedness, okay, when when we do feel balanced, or when in those moments when things are going and everything feels so great, we will be ready for the unexpectancies. Because remember, the enemy, the devil, some of you say, I just don't feel like saying devil. I really don't. I don't want to say it's outdated. I just want to say that I'm not entertaining that word. So let's just say these dark forces, okay, they know also they have permission. These entities these dark forces, they have been given permission to know our desires and our wants. So it's very important to really trust yourself, especially at times like this, that we will make the right decisions for our greater good. And that, accepting that what's not perfect. There's some things about us that we've destroyed that we cannot remold. I was listening to this speaker. I didn't get the name or anything. It was on a podcast show the other day. And he started his what do you call it? His message with the mind is like a rubber band. Once you expand it, it's never going to go back to its natural state. So once you expand the mind, it never goes back, right? You can't take it back. That's why they say it's very important to be mindful what you seek, because when you find it, it's, there's no going back, especially when it comes to information. So when I heard that message, I've heard it before, but it was in another analogy. And I was like, wow, that is so powerful. That is amazing. I was like, oh, I like that way. I have to share, For those of you who you enjoy being independent, I want you to embrace that independence. I don't want you, if you are so over feeling like people think you are a know-it-all, or you just have this strong energy, that's amazing. I want you to accept how others receive you. Because it is true. If more than 10 people or more than 5 people are saying the same thing, obviously it's true. Now, I'm the one I can stand tall and admit to say no. Because I got tired of people saying, oh, she's arrogant. No, I'm not. I am compassionate and I am confident. I'm far from arrogant. You don't even know my story, how confidence was created. You know, I'm a person, I just love to, have my shoulders up and I stand tall in my confidence, and sometimes I think now I can say what's arrogant is sometimes I will wear my pain on my shoulders. So I come off as unapproachable. I can say that's arrogant. Me forcefully putting my pain on my shoulders to be unapproachable. I could be arrogant in that. But just in general, no, I'm not an arrogant person. But I want you to embrace your independence. But as you do that, I want you to trust that things are going to work out in your favor. And instead of having to ask because I'm not for sure if you're wanting new connections or you're wanting to rebuild the connections that you want to work on. For some of you, it's just your connections with your higher self. Okay? The old way of doing things is not working anymore. So, I love you. Let me just take the time out to say I love you. I love you. And I want you to take the time out. And whenever you have those moments where you're like, what am I doing? Or what am I going to do today? I don't have nothing to do. I'm aggravated. I'm irritated. I'm tired. Any moment where you have those thoughts, tell yourself that you love yourself. You're having moments. And the universe is trying to communicate with you. You have to learn the language. You have your own, that's why we have our own DNA. Our own fingerprint. No one can copy our fingerprints. Okay? So you have you also have a imprint when it comes to communicating with the universe. All that is. And you have to learn that language. It's going to take time. So be mindful of your thoughts. And that's going to take time. How do we be mindful? How do we stay present when everything is so active and everything's moving so fast? For those of you in my collective where you're like, I'm a turtle. Me too. But when something new happens in my life, my hyperactivity I call that my impulsiveness. I don't fear my impulsiveness anymore. Now I don't allow my impulsiveness to, I don't allow it to control me anymore. Because I know that my impulsive energy is a rebel. I mean, it would literally know that, oh, you are gonna risk mistakes. And my impulsive energy is a risk taker, but it's a risk taker of enjoying moments that you reap the repercussions. It takes you 10 steps back, but they're learning lessons. So what I'm saying is, like, when I get excited or impulsive, something new's happening or something needs to be done or whatever, I'll have these options. I can do the good option, or I could take the risk and, and it's like, at some point we get tired. Well, I've already been at the point where it's like, I'm just tired of doing things this way. It's not working. It's not working. And it's more, it's tests that I've repeated like 1,000 times, and I'm being serious, 1,000 times. Thousands. Probably the number is probably higher than that. Okay? This is not one of those conversations where it's like, yeah, I've tested this risk 3 times. No, this has been going on for years. So there's 365 days out of a year. So taking risks on a daily basis. And, I didn't know how to shift. I didn't know how to change. Okay? So if you may have to come to acknowledgement that certain traumas or certain past experiences, they were learning lessons, but getting out of those learning lessons to close those chapters so that you can have a new, right, to write your story, not adding on to something that's tainted, something that you are unable to grow because you have to churn that soil, before planting that seed. Where are we going with this? Trusting. First we must be anchored in trusting ourselves. And the anchoring that I'm talking about, no one can pull that anchor out. It's like the stone, the sword and the stone. Only one person has the access, the DNA and the fingerprint, and that is you. The anchor of your trust. No one can rob you from your trust. Okay? It can be manipulated. It can have an illusion, all right, where it takes you out of your realm or your world, and it captivates you, and sometimes it can make you feel entrapped in some type of way. But that's another message. So your angel guide message that came out, I was literally moving fast, but then not moving fast because I'm a turtle. I acknowledge, and because normally if I oversleep, right, I would just say I overslept. Acknowledge that first. Well, for one, in California, it is hot, brewing hot. Okay, the sunset is beautiful. It really looks like a creamsicle in the sky with a little bit of, that snow cone color when you mix the red and the blue together, and it has like that purple, but it's that little light thin mixture. It's really beautiful. So when you're in the heat and you're sleeping, so be mindful of those of you who have to wake up. That heat can also drain you too. So What was I saying again? Oh, so I pulled an angel guide message because I for one, for those of you who are new to SGO, I have my moments. I'm having a moment right now. I am having a moment. And that moment is, I really don't have to always explain why I don't release readings on a certain day, but today I was like, okay, no, I had to protect my energy today. I really did. And I hope you have that understanding, like, okay, yeah, SGO, I get it, when we have to protect our energy. And so I took a nap. And then I overslept. So I'm on my way to work. And I love you. It just sounds so corny, but it's so sweet. It's pure. And that was another message that I was getting, was the things that I don't like, am I supposed to like those things? And then, my inner self was like, it ain't no different than someone saying they don't like onions. They don't like onions. You can't make somebody eat onions or pickles, okay? And I was like, yeah, you're right. To myself, because that's the relationship I have with myself. But you know how when new people try to connect with you and there's just something you just don't like about them, and then you realize that, oh, this person is a good person, but it doesn't always work that way. So for me, it's like, okay, why isn't it, should I go against, when I feel like someone is trying too hard, should I give them an opportunity? Or do I want to learn a lesson again when my spirit is saying no, okay? And so that's when I got, okay, when someone says they don't like onions, you can't make someone eat onions, okay? And don't sneak them in their food. They said they don't like onions, okay? The angel guide message that came out was trusting the universe. So I will go on YouTube and release. I want to see what energies is surrounding that, and I'm definitely going to be mindful of that message. Okay. But till then, you can email spiritualguidinglight@gmail.com. There is no wrong questions. Navigate here on the podcast, because it's not like YouTube where I can organize the uploads and put them in the collective folder or your individual zodiac sign. It's not like that. It's once you upload a reading, that's just where it is, okay? So I know there's so many readings that I want to move up so you guys could tap into, but that's just how the platform is right now. Don't forget, love is kind, love is gentle. Let me do my shout outs. My earth signs, hey Capricorn, hey Taurus, hey Virgo. I love you. I thank you for showing up. I thank you so much. Don't forget to go over to YouTube and subscribe so that you could be a part of the success and growth of the YouTube channel, okay? And I thank you for following here on the podcast. All right, till we meet again. My water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, I love you. And also make sure you go over there and subscribe to the YouTube channel. so that you can be a part of the success and growth of the channel. And make sure that you follow here on the podcast. And till we meet again, water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, my air signs. Whoop, whoop. Hey now, you're an all-star. Okay, so make sure you go over to the YouTube. Okay, there you'll find all of your collective and general readings. And for those of you who are new, make sure you subscribe so that you can be a part of the success and growth of the channel as well. And follow here on the podcast. All right. Okay. Love you. And who do we have? Fire signs. You know we need you. My fire energy. Okay. Yes. Don't forget to go over to YouTube. There you will find your individual zodiac folder, collective readings as well. Make sure that you subscribe over there so that you can also be a part of the success and growth of this channel. All right. And follow here on the podcast. I love you. I love you so much. As us together as a collective, we are one mind, body, and soul. All right. I don't know what else to say. So much love. Love is kind. Love is gentle. Till we meet again.